Box English. Open the box. Talk to the world.
Box Library. Peter Pan. Once upon a time, in the city of London, there was a girl, Wendy. At bedtime, she loved reading stories to her younger brothers, John and Michael. Their favorite stories were about Peter Pan. Peter Pan lived in Neverland with his friends Tinker Bell and the Lost Boys. And no one in Neverland ever grew old.
Let's go to Neverland,
said John.
We never have to grow up there. Yes, that would be wonderful,
Michael shouted.
But we can't fly. How can we go there?
Said Wendy. The children were very upset. Meanwhile, Peter Pan flew past the window with Tinker Bell and heard the children talking. They flew inside.
It's easy,
said Peter Pan.
Just think about a wonderful thing.
So, Michael thought about Teddy Bear. John thought about vacations, and Wendy thought about Peter Pan. Something amazing happened. They began to fly.
Whee! How exciting!
The excited children shouted.
Yes, you will have a wonderful time. Now, let's go,
said Peter Pan. They flew through the skies of London and all the way to Peter's Neverland home. Soon, they were flying over Neverland. Down below, they saw waterfalls and a few mermaids swimming in the water. There was a pirate ship, a forest, and an Indian village.
Look at the pirate on the ship,
shouted John.
He has one hand and a terrible hook. And there is a big crocodile behind the ship. It looks hungry. That is Captain Hook. He is a mean pirate,
Peter said.
Years ago, I cut off his hand when we were fighting. So now, Hook has only one hand. How about the crocodile?
Asked John.
I threw the hand to the hungry crocodile.
Peter laughed.
And it liked the taste. Now, the crocodile follows Hook everywhere because it is hoping to eat more of him.
When they got to Neverland, Peter took Wendy, John, and Michael into the forest to meet the Lost Boys. The Lost Boys' home was under a tree.
These are our new friends, Wendy, John, and Michael,
said Peter. The Lost Boys were friendly.
Let's have a welcome party for them,
they cried. They sang and danced. Everyone had a wonderful time. The next day, they had a picnic next to a waterfall. When they were playing with the mermaids, Peter suddenly saw a boat.
Why, it's Captain Hook!
Peter cried. He was shocked to see the Indian princess, Tiger Lily, in the boat too.
If you don't tell me where Peter Pan's hideout is,
said Hook,
I will leave you here to drown.
Tiger Lily was very afraid, but she would not tell him anything.
I have to save Tiger Lily.
Peter cried. He flew quickly to the boat to help her.
You again!
Hook cried.
This time I want to revenge for my hand.
Up and down the rocky cliffs they fought. But Peter was too fast and too smart for Hook.
You will never catch me.
Peter laughed. He pushed Hook and then flew away.
Oh, help!
Cried Hook, and he fell into the water next to the hungry crocodile.
Oh!
Finally, Peter saved Tiger Lily and took her back to the Indian village. Captain Hook got away from the crocodile, and he hated Peter Pan even more. That evening, he caught Tinker Bell. He tried to trick her into telling him where Peter Pan lived.
Welcome to my ship, Tinkerbell.
Said Hook.
I need your help to catch Wendy. Could you show me where the Lost Boys' home is?
Tinker Bell was becoming jealous of Wendy because Peter seemed to like her far too much. She drew the way to the Lost Boys' home. Hook smiled. He grabbed Tinker Bell and locked her in a glass lantern. Then, Captain Hook and the other pirates went into the forest. They read the map and looked for the Lost Boys' home. They looked and looked, and finally they found the house.
Ha 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 ha! Gotcha!
Hook laughed. The pirates caught Wendy, John, Michael, and the Lost Boys.
Help! Help!
The children cried.
Ha 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 ha! Take them to the ship!
Hook laughed. Before Hook returned to the pirate ship, he left a present for Peter Pan. It had a label on it that said, "To Peter, with love from Wendy."
Peter Pan will save us,
Wendy said. Hook laughed loudly.
Ha 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 ha! Peter Pan won't save you this time!
He cried.
I left a surprise present for him. A bomb. As soon as he opens it, boom! Ha 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 ha! It will explode. And that will be the end of Peter Pan.
Hearing these words, Tinker Bell cried.
I must tell Peter Pan.
She jumped up and down in the glass lantern. Finally, the glass lantern fell to the floor and broke. Tinker Bell was free. She flew as fast as she could. Seconds later, she got to the house and stopped Peter opening the present. Then she cried,
Hurry! Hook's got the children. They are in danger.
Peter Pan flew quickly to help the children.
Hook!
Peter shouted.
Let's fight!
There was a loud crash of steel as Peter's dagger and Hook's sword met. They climbed up to the top of the ship's mast. With one quick lunge, Captain Hook slipped and fell into the water where the crocodile was waiting. Peter won the fight.
Thank you so much for saving us,
said Wendy.
and it's time for us to go home now.
It was time to say goodbye. Peter sailed them to London in Hook's pirate ship.
Remember me,
said Wendy sadly.
I'll never forget you,
said Peter.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Peter, Tinker Bell and the Lost Boys cried as they flew away. Wendy, John, and Michael said their goodbyes and knew they would never forget the wonderful times they had.